chat. So, as you know, it is the weekend, and we've got a lot of things to talk about on the stream. But since it's the weekend, I decided that I wanted to get myself a nice cold one, a nice cold drink that I can enjoy, something to kind of kick back and relax. And what better than to have a nice cold beer, right? Have a nice cold beer to ring in the weekend and get started with the rest and relaxation of the weekend. So I decided to grab myself some beer. So let me go ahead and grab that real quick. I got myself a nice 6-pack of Bud Light. Yeah, baby. I got me some Bud Light. Let me go ahead and grab one of these. We're going to go ahead and crack one open real quick. Oh, man. I'm so hyped. It's so delicious. Here we go. Here we go, chat. Cheers. Oh my God, it's so good, chat. The refreshing taste of Bud Light as it, wets my whistle. Oh man, that's really good. That is really fucking good, chat. Oh, and I almost forgot the best part, chat. I got myself a new hat as well, chat. I know you guys love, the tipster hats, and tipster merch is great. You guys can go ahead and buy yourself some merch. It's your boy tipster.tv/merch if you want to get some. But I got myself a new hat today, and I thought I would show you guys my awesome new hat. Check this out. I'm going to have to take off my headphones so I can put it on. Here we go, chat. Check this out. Would you look at that, chat? Would you look at that? That nice, beautiful new hat, chat. How do you like it? You like my new hat, chat? Oh, man. I think it complements my beer quite nicely. That is so... Oh, it's so... How sweet it is, chat. How delicious is it? How delicious is it? Round of applause for this delicious beer. Okay. So, chat, let's go ahead and let's get into some news topics here, if you guys are ready. As you guys know, not too long ago, we talked about the controversy, say it in air quotes, the controversy surrounding Bud Light and using a trans activist as one of their brand ambassadors. There were a lot of people who got their panties in a twist over the fact that a trans woman was being used as a sort of brand ambassador for Bud Light, which is really funny because a lot of people were acting like they specifically chose this person to be like a mascot for the company. Like they picked this one sole person to represent the entire brand. Meanwhile, this was part of a big March Madness campaign where they worked with, I'm going to be burping now because of the beer. They worked with multiple different influencers from various different backgrounds, and they were all part of this campaign, but somehow people only focused on the trans woman. Now, I do understand that some people have some criticisms of Dylan Mulvaney, right? Apparently, they're a very controversial member of the trans community. And hey, that's fine, right? That's fine. If you have your criticisms of them, you're welcome to have whatever criticism you want, as long as you're not being a hateful piece of shit. But we're not going to get into that because I honestly don't believe the majority of the people that are upset about this. Simp. Thank you very much.
Allegedly Angelo, €23.
Thank you very much. I do appreciate that.
Massive tipster W.
Thank you. I do appreciate that. Let's get a round of applause for that tipster W. But I honestly don't think I don't think most of the people who are outraged about this care about the fact that it's Dylan Mulvaney. Okay, I hope I'm pronouncing their name right as well. But I feel like if you had swapped them out for any other trans person, they would be just as mad. Like, let me get a 1 in the chat if you agree that if it was any other trans person, they would be just as mad about this situation, right? So, we covered this a while back, but we have some updates to the situation that I wanted to talk about with you guys. So, let's go ahead and let's get into this. Let's take a look at some of the updates that we have here. First of all, I wanted to take a look at some of the outrage that was had on social media because there were some very, very funny social media posts in connection to this whole, again, I say it in quotes, controversy. Kid Rock speaks for me. No more Bud Light. So we got Kid Rock here, rocking the MAGA hat, right? And let's see what Kid Rock had to say about this whole ordeal.
Grandpa's feeling a little frisky today.
I would believe that you're feeling a little frisky. It looks like you got a little bit of jizz on your sweater there.
I'm gonna come.
Jesus.
Let me say something to all you and be as clear and concise as possible.
Okay. Do these people not understand? Do these people not understand how a boycott works? Typically, the idea behind a boycott is you don't buy the product. And I get it. You know, he bought the product just so he could destroy it. But are you fucking retarded?
Thanks for the money,
Like,
you fucking simp.
You know they still got their money when you bought it.
£2. Not been on the streams in a while. Glad to be back.
Thank you very much for that super chat. I do appreciate it. And welcome back. But you bought that. They got money. Okay. Like, the whole point of a boycott is you're voting with your wallet. Okay. The whole point of a boycott is you don't buy something, right? So that the company sees that you mean business about what you're upset about. And then they change whatever you want them to change.
All the weirdos buying Bud Light so they can shoot it up and blow it up. All that free advertising.
Thank you very much for that super chat. I do appreciate it. And true, very true. Actually, it wasn't a super chat. That was a membership. Thank you for becoming a member.
$5 a
Thanks
month.
for the money, you
Thank you
fucking
very much.
simp.
Joelba, $2. Grandpa's feeling a little frisky today.
I
Winking
know.
Face, winking face. Winking face.
I mean, he do be looking like a grandpa these days.
Fuck Bud Light and fuck AnheuserBusch. Have a terrific day.
Dude, imagine having a tantrum over the fact that, like, you discuss... Essentially, let's sum this up for what it really is, okay? Let's sum this up for what it really is. These people are having a tantrum because they discovered that trans people drink beer too.
Hold on, retard break. I need a retard break. Give me a retard break for like 2 fucking minutes, okay? I can't keep listening to fucking retards.
I know, it's crazy, right? It's crazy to think that trans people drink beer. No way. No fucking way, my dude. Holy shit. So that was Kid Rock showing his intelligence there for sure. Who else do we got here? We got this random dude from TikTok. Dude triggered over Bud Light support of the LGBTQ+ dumps all his drinks in the trash. Now, this one's particularly funny because of a response that I made about this. Check this out. So, out with the Bud Light. Will Coors Light be next? Oh.
Okay, if you don't know why I'm doing this, you might want to Google it. I never thought this was going to happen.
Oh, man, you poor thing. You poor thing.
Bud Light, you with Coors Light.
He feels so betrayed by Bud Light, chat.
If you want to do the same.
He's so sad, chat. He's so sad to lose his beloved Bud Light.
This is where it now belongs.
Yeah, just dump perfectly good beer that you already paid for in the trash. You're really showing your IQ here, my dude. He's not done yet, chat. He's not done.
Thanks for the money, you fucking simp.
Thank you.
Capri Sun Pappy, $1.99. This sad music is sending me LOL.
Thank you very much for that super chat. I do appreciate it. With a name like Poppy, I'm over here wondering, do you want to touch tips?
Do I make you horny, baby?
Stop being horny.
All right, Ricky, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I had to say it. Jeez.
Next stop.
Oh, by noticing the other fridge, he had Coors in there as well, and he left the Coors in the other fridge. I don't know if you guys noticed that. Let me actually skip back to the other fridge. You can kind of see it. Did you see that? He's got the Coors. So you had Coors and Bud Light in the other fridge. All right, getting rid of the Bud though. They're literally acting like children who didn't get their way right now. Like, that's what they're acting like, right? Like, have you ever seen a kid throw a fit because they didn't get their way? That's literally these people, but they're grown-ass adults.
Like I said, if you don't know, you should probably Google it.
Oh my God, Jesus. Go Google it! Go Google why I'm so mad! Google it, chat! Jeez Louise. Of course, I had to quote tweet this one. I had to chime in a little bit. I said, when's somebody going to tell him that Coors supports LGBTQ plus communities too? Which they do. And so many of these beer brands do. What were they going to do? They were going to drop Bud Light and try to find a brand that didn't support, LGBTQ plus communities? Well, good luck with that. Coors isn't even the only one. I saw some of the other brands, they support them as well. So, okay, you gonna throw that shit in the trash too? Are you just gonna give up
Thanks
beer?
for the money,
of
you
course
fucking simp.
not. Of course not.
Ticky tack, $13.37.
Thank you very much.
Why do these people have so much beer?
Because they're alcoholics, like me. I gotta be honest. Last time I did this stream, I kind of shit on Bud Light, right? Because normally I'm a Bud Ice guy myself. I drink that hood beer, right? But I gotta be honest, I talked a lot of shit on Bud Light, not because of, the controversy, but because of the way it tastes. And it's actually not tasting that bad right now. It's actually tasting really good right now. I'm not even capping right now either. So, in response to this, oh man, how dare Bud Light go woke, chat? How dare Bud Light go woke? Conservative dad promotes ultra-right beer amid Bud Light Dylan Mulvaney deal. They made... These people, okay, hold on. They made a beer that's anti-woke. I kid you not. They made an anti-woke beer. Check out this ad for this anti-woke beer. Conservative dad's ultra-right 100% woke-free American beer announcement. Check this out.
America's been drinking beer from a company that doesn't even know which restroom to use.
Bro. Chat, Bud Light? They don't know which restroom to use. So you need to buy our extremely highly marked up beer. Just wait until you see how much this stupid fucking beer costs. Like, you're gonna lose your fucking mind, chat.
That's why I created Conservative Dad's ultra-right 100% woke-free beer. As conservatives, we're constantly...
Interesting name for the beer, ultra-right. It sounds a little bit like alt-right. I wonder if they thought about that when they named the beer. That might not be the best brand choice, you know what I'm saying? Ultra-right beer.
Constantly getting hit in the face, left and right, by the woke mind virus. But the last place we want it is in our beer. If you know which bathroom to use, you know what beer you should be drinking. Stop giving money to woke corporations that hate our values. And to the rest of you woke corporations, stay the away from our kids.
Yo, I have to ask this question. I genuinely have to ask this question. Why do these people always make it about kids, all right? So many of these trans people, they're just trying to exist, They're trying to exist, and be comfortable with who they are, They're not trying to mess around with anyone's kids. So why is it that they always have to make it about kids? I feel like that's some, fucking, virtue signaling, bullshit. Where it's just like, oh, let me make it about the kids so people will care more. You know what I mean?
And to the rest of you woke corporations, stay the away from our kids.
It's so cringe, dude. Holy shit. But yeah, this is a real thing. You can pre-order your anti-woke beer, ultra-right beer. You can pre-order this right now if you want. for the low price of $20 a 6-pack. $20 fucking dollars a 6-pack. How much did I pay for this shit? I think I have the receipt here. I got a 6-pack of, and they're not cans. These are like bottles, which contain a little bit more liquid. I paid $10 for this 6-pack. $10 fucking dollars. You're trying to tell me that in order to be anti-woke, I have to drink a beer that costs $20 a 6-pack? And keep in mind, that's not even including the shipping. That's not even including the fucking shipping. I will say this, I was kind of tempted to buy some just to try it out. Holy shit. This is so dumb. So fucking dumb. Now let's get to some more interesting shit. Budweiser Clydesdale events
Thanks
canceled.
for the money, you fucking simp.
Thank you.
Miss Susie Satin, $1.
Thank you for the $1. I do appreciate it. Budweiser Clydesdale events canceled on safety concerns over Bud Light's
Thanks
Dylan
for the money,
Mulvaney
you
campaign.
fucking simp.
Shui Crossing, $4.99.
Thank you.
Me and my dad are watching this. We are laughing at this. My dad said this is sad and cringe. My
Yeah.
dad said W tipster.
W to your dad. W to your dad. So they had to cancel the Clydesdale events over concerns about their safety. Budweiser distributor in Missouri is canceling events featuring the beer's giant, famous Clydesdale horses as Bud Light faces boycott threats over its marketing partnership with transgender influencer Dylan Mulvaney. Will Fisher Distributing reportedly decided to cancel all of its Clydesdale showings, including one slated for Springfield, Missouri last week, citing safety concerns for their employees. They're having to cancel these events that they do because they're afraid that all these nut jobs on the internet are going to like hurt them, because they had out of tons and tons of influencers. Because again, let me remind you, chat. Let me remind you. This was one influencer that they picked to do this March Madness social media advertising campaign out of dozens of social media influencers from multiple different backgrounds, right? One person sparked all this outrage. The Clydesdales, long featured in the Bud Super Bowl commercials, tromping through snowy landscapes and pulling wagons full of beer, have been used for decades to promote AnheuserBusch beers. We aren't going to comment on the issue. Everything is still sensitive in social media, an executive at Will Fisher told the Post, asking not to be identified by name. Observers say Bud Light's parent company AnheuserBusch is teaming up with Mulvaney in hopes of enticing a younger audience, which studies have shown is increasingly eschewing alcohol to consume its beer. And like, yeah, this was part of an advertising campaign to attract younger people. It was. But they also chose other influencers that appeal to younger people, not just Dylan. Tons of influencers that appeal to young people, right? So they had to cancel this event. These events, rather. Here's another more serious thing that happened as a result of this shit. Budweiser factory in Van Nuys targeted with bomb threat. They had a fucking bomb threat because people are mad. They're literally angry that trans people drink beer. The Anheuser-Busch Budweiser factory in Van Nuys was targeted with a bomb threat Thursday, prompting a sweep of the sprawling campus, the Los Angeles Police Department confirmed. The Anheuser-Busch employee
Thanks
confirmed...
for the money, you fucking simp.
Thank you.
Miles per hour, $5. I'm having a really bad day, just lost my job and really depressed. Hope you're having a better day than me.
I'm really sorry to hear about that. Thank you for the super chat. Hopefully things go better for you, for sure. Sorry about that. An Anheuser-Busch employee confirmed to Patch that several Budweiser facilities across the nation were targeted with bomb threats as the company faces massive backlash for an advertising partnership with transgender influencer Dylan Mulvaney. Bomb threats. Bomb threats at their breweries or their distribution centers because a trans person promoted their beer. What else do we got here? Oh, the stock price. So many of these people are reporting that the stock has plummeted, chat. They want this boycott to be successful so bad, chat, that they are convincing themselves in their rotting fucking brains that this boycott is successful. We have Ollie London here, Mr. Transracial, I want to convert to Korean. Remember that guy? Bud Light and its parent company, AnheuserBusch, stocks continue to plunge each day. The brand has lost 4.7% of its market value, according to the Dow Jones Market Data Group, and has now lost $4.56 billion market value.
Thanks for the
since
money,
March
you fucking
31st.
simp.
Thank you.
Shisui Crossing, $4.99. I find it crazy how they against cancelling Hogwarts Legacy. But, in the same breath boycotting Bud Light for having a trans woman. Make it make sense.
Dude, it's so true. You make round of applause for making such a good point. These people are anti-cancel culture, right? These people are anti-cancel culture, and they were literally shitting on people. They were literally shitting on people for getting upset about Hogwarts Legacy, right? And I actually agreed with them in that. I thought the outrage over Hogwarts Legacy was ridiculous, right? You guys saw me. I played the game, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Still haven't finished it yet, but I need to. But they think it's ridiculous to cancel the game, but they want to cancel these companies because they use a trans person to promote their brand. Literally, like you said, make it make sense. But yeah, they're reporting that, oh man, the stock has dropped. It's plummeting. There's even like multiple YouTubers making tons of videos talking about how much the stock has dropped. The stock has dropped tremendously. Meanwhile, let's actually take a look at the numbers. What is this? They're right back where they started before the controversy. They're right back where they started in terms of stock price before the controversy. So they took a little dip of like 3 or 4%, and they're right back where they're at. As a matter of fact, if you check the later statistics, they're at a current high point. In fact, they're at one of the highest points they've been in a while. Where's this stock plummet that we've been hearing about, that all these YouTubers are talking about? Where's this massive stock fall? I thought that they were going to go out of business the way they were talking about this shit. Successful boycott. Well done, my dudes.
Hold on, retard break. I need a retard break. Give me a retard break for like 2 fucking minutes, okay? I can't keep listening to fucking retards.
Thanks for the money, you fucking simp.
Thank you.
Shisui Crossing, $4.99. Tips to their coping. It's time for the sound.
Oh, the sound will come. It's not coming right now, but the sound will come. All right. Here's where the cope comes in. So all of these people have been begging desperately. They've been begging desperately for Anheuser-Busch to respond and apologize. Take accountability for what you did, Anheuser-Busch. How dare you support LGBTQ plus people? How dare you? How dare you hire one of them to do a fucking ad spot, a couple ad spots on Instagram for you? How dare you? You must take accountability for this, right? So they responded. Let's see what Anheuser-Busch had to say. Our responsibility to America. Let's read it. As the CEO of the company founded in America's heartland more than 165 years ago, I am responsible for ensuring every consumer feels proud of the beer we brew. We're honored to be a part of the fabric of this country. Anheuser-Busch employs more than 18,000 people, and our independent distributors employ an additional 47,000 valued colleagues. We have thousands of partners, millions of fans, and proud history supporting our communities, military, first responders, sports fans, and hardworking Americans everywhere. We never intended to be a part of a discussion that divides people. We are in the business of bringing people together over beer. My time serving this country taught me the importance of accountability and the values upon which America was founded: freedom, hard work, and respect for one another. As the CEO of Anheuser-Busch, I am focused on building and protecting our remarkable history and heritage. I care deeply about this country, this company, our brands, and our partners. I spend much of my time traveling across America, listening to and learning from our customers, distributors, and others. Moving forward, I will continue to work tirelessly to bring great beers to consumers across our nation. The CEO of Anheuser-Busch. No apology, no taking accountability, none of that shit. It's just, hey, this is our brand. This is what we represent. That's it. And here's where the cope comes in. You got people like Jeremy from the quartering here. You talk so much about accountability and take absolutely none. Jeremy, what are they taking accountability for? What are they having to take accountability for, Jeremy? What the fuck did they do wrong? You talk about caring so much for first responders in the military. When was the last time EMT dedicated Bud Light cans are made? They're so up in arms about this can that was made for Dylan Mulvaney. You would think that they're like stocking the cans on shelves with Dylan Mulvaney's face on it. Newsflash to anybody who doesn't realize this, they're not. They made one can for one person, something they did for all the influencers that participated in this March Madness campaign. Every single influencer that they worked with on this campaign got one individual personalized can with their face on it just for them. The way these people were reporting on this shit, you would think the next time you went to buy yourself a Bud Light, you'd see her face on it. And you're not. Her face is not on the cans that you go out and buy. Just Dylan Mulvaney, right?
Thanks for the money,
Boycott
you
still
fucking
on.
Nova Crane, $4.99.
Thank you.
Review Tech USA is having a field trip right now.
A field trip? Where's he going? I wonder. Oh, I did see he's going to the gym. Is that what you're referring to? I know he wants to get in the ring with Jeremy and have a boxing match. I wonder if that's actually going to happen. Anyway. Just Dylan Mulvaney, right? Boycott still on. So they didn't get the apology they want. And keep in mind, if this was a company that was getting called out for something that the wokies, as they call it, was criticizing the company for, and the company refused to apologize, if that were the case for one of those companies, they would be applauding that company, right? They would be applauding that company. Yes, don't give in to the wokies, right? That would be what they would be saying. But because this company refused to, submit to their mob mentality, all of a sudden they're mad. And yes, they're coping.
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you see.
Let me crack open a fresh one.
You're coping and seething. The truth it is scalding, and now
cheers,
you
Chad.
are molding and coping so hard.
Oh, it's so good. It is so good, chat. How sweet it is. The copium is so good. So, of course, I quote tweet that. Now it's time for the temper tantrums because Anheuser-Busch didn't bow to the outrage mob and because the stock didn't drop the way they hoped. Dude, the stock literally, it dipped by like 3 or 4 points for a handful of days. And today it's literally right back where it started. It's literally right back where it started. Holy shit. And here we have Bud Light. They were tweeting so much. They were tweeting and they were making videos and shit so much about how, oh my God, Bud Light is scared of us. They haven't tweeted at all on their account. They're so scared of us they won't even post on their social
Thanks for the
media.
money, you fucking simp.
Thank you.
Paradox_$1.99. Just got out of work to see Thicky Boy tips to less than heart.
Thank you very much for the super chat. I do appreciate it. But they were like, yeah, they're so scared of us they won't even tweet on their social media. First thing they did after the Anheuser-Busch tweet from the CEO, TGIF, with a picture of their beer, and to Anheuser-Busch and Bud Light, I'll drink to that. I'll drink to that. So good, Chad. You have no idea. You have no idea. It's just so ridiculous to me that they got so upset. They got so fucking outraged over one person doing a short, like, what was it, TikTok or Instagram video, just promoting a beer. One fucking person sparked all this outrage to the point where the anti-cancel culture types were literally trying to cancel a company all because they found out trans people drink beer. What a bunch of fucking idiots.